Hello, family. So I was supposed to be some young ladies here. They asked me to teach them how to throw a punch sometime after 3. I only have like 2 hours here. But anyway, somehow my Mexico water bottle full of cacao and some good sacred herbs and some spices came up missing when I got here. So anyway, before I left downtown Denver, there was, something I said about the sports. And one of the things about sports too is you see a lot of it, and that's how people commune, yeah. But if you do the research and they say how much they invest into, recycling. But look at the recycling thing; it's a scam. Most of them get buried in the earth. It costs too much to recycle, so most recycling companies don't even recycle. So a lot of that's a scam. But the thing is, the carbon footprint for sports, arena sports, for instance, is a huge thing in America. And that's why I said Romans fell because of what? Corruption on the internal. The people being drunkards. They were addicted to the festivals and activities, so they kept them distracted. And then they didn't know what was going on in the corrupt government. So it's like now more people know about sports teams than they do what's going on in their world, the laws that are being broken. Even the CIA breaking international law just recently in Mexico. The genocide that's been going on, the abuses in the institutions that have been neglected. Most people don't know about them or could care less because they're addicted to the record of wins and losses of their sports team. And all they care about is the wins on paper and not really how they go about winning, right? And so that's the thing. Getting pencil whipped doesn't mean it's actual victory, because we're all losing here. And the appearance of victory, right? Your appearance of winning or being, communing together. Well, you're actually destroying this earth. How much have you? Just think about it. How much gasoline or fossil fuels or carbon footprint is it just to get to one of those matches or one of those games? And how much of it is preventable? All of it is preventable. So it's not about so much of how much are we cleaning up the mess, but how much of a mess are we creating? So sports, corruption in government, being drunk, distracted, low health, keeps you at a very low vibration and energetic state to not know what's going on, a very dependent state, yeah? So that's what's going on here. So I want to just educate you on that. The young ladies I don't see here, but I'm still going to train and do my best to, do what I came to do. Been walking on this earth, now I'm in here to hit these bags and go back out there and love on this earth. Maybe I'll see some beautiful women out there, do some yoga, do some stretching, make some love on this beautiful earth, because she needs all the love she could get. And not some of that artificial, not all that glitters is gold type of love. Not all that. You don't have to be a slave. You don't have to have a master. You know what I mean? There's some beautiful women I know out there, some artists in this industry, music industry. And I don't want to say any names, but they say, something about having a master. You don't have to have a master. The earth, Mother Earth, she rules us. Look at us. So even your masters have a ruler. Your masters have a master. So to live amongst the laws of creation, that's how we have to learn how to live. You will have no master because your master's creation. And you're forever a student, so you'll never have a master's degree on an ever-evolving cosmic creation. So you're free. Don't ever sell yourself for the things of this world. Don't be in this world, but not of it. Yeah. These things, people sell their souls and limit themselves and all these things to fit into this world. And I don't know. To me, I just don't feel like that's reasonable anymore. We recreate and commune, but how much of it is beneficial to this earth? The joy, yeah. Joy. Is it joy or is it addiction? You know what I mean? Is it joy or is it addiction? And what does the history tell us of that? Is that, you know what I mean? That the cycles of whatever you're doing. The lack of reverence or consideration of this earth, the environmental or economic and societal impact. You know what I mean? Are these things actually good? It feels good. So do a lot of drugs, and they stimulate these endorphins and all these other things, right? They're not good for you though. So infatuation makes us blind. Not all that glitters is gold. everything that we have, that we own, that we think we own, that we wear, that we drink, consume, that we breathe, that we have to shelter us from these environmental elements, it comes from this earth. And even our sports, you know what I mean? These weights, how much weight and metal has been taken from this earth, and how much have we given back to this earth? And it's, Iron Warriors and, all these things, gladiators and all these things, but it's like truly, what are we giving back to this earth? Because our supplements and all our hydration, nutrients, recovery protocol, all of our things come from this earth. And so it's just something to consider, and it's like, how much of it is preventable, and is there a better way to do it? There's a lot of games out there, they have a lot of games that came and they didn't have to destroy the earth to do it. And so it's just about how much waste comes from one Sunday, or how many, I mean about football in America, and how much waste comes from a soccer match and all these other things. And it's how much carbon footprint just to travel to get there? Like, for what? So you could have joy? Like, is that really joyous though? Because then it wears off and you need it again. I think joy is a continuous thing. It's something that it continues to give you without you. It's not a high. It's a, you know what I mean? I guess it has peaks and valleys, yeah, but it's not like a drug. It's so it's something to think about, our entertainment. How is it? I don't know. It's just something I think about when I look at these big old football stadiums. The pale white horse standing on top of that Bronco stadium means death. You know what I mean? I don't see any green out there. I see a lot of concrete. I see a lot of just linear things, like not acknowledging where the actual life came from to build that. So just give a little reverence to this earth is what I'm trying to say. I'm gonna train. Like I said, I came in here to train some young ladies to throw a punch, to be able to fight back. And sometimes we gotta fight back, yeah, with prayer, with food, with our health, with you know what I mean? Unity, collaboration, education, all these things. Even this technology needs our help. If you've read the Popol Vuh, technology was misused, not even treated with reverence, and it turned on the people. And we're using it. Even the frying pans is like, I'm tired of you just using me, and not caring about what I am. Even the dogs turn on their owners because I don't know, all kinds of bad things. So read the Popol Vuh. It's a creation story, and it has a lot to do with what we're doing now. We don't look at the things or where the origin of them. But just like when you create that cup of coffee or your food, just think about the life of every single ingredient that goes into that. Like, where was the roots at, and what type of soil, and what kind of environment, what kind of sunlight, what kind of water? Was it a dry climate? Was it a very, I don't know, just a different, they have different life cycles, some of them, and it has a lot to do with their, the energy that you're consuming. And it gives a little bit of reverence, and like, all this creates a symphony in a cup. It's a whole artistic thing in a creation in the cup. And now this gets to enter my body through my mouth, which is going to absorb this through my tongue and all these things, and it's important to have. So your mouth, you absorb first, your eyes, your scent, and then you inhale it. It activates all your brain and your memory, your DNA starts activating like a memory thing, and then you can actually taste it, and then you consume it, and it goes down to your stomach, and then it gives you to your gut, and then you have medicine for your brain to be able to think. Your heart, your brain can but if you don't have any intention into that, where it comes from, what are we consuming? Just like our media, our entertainment, and all these things, our recreation. Like, what are we really, like, I don't know, just think about it. And to me, I think I'd rather, boxing and MMA or whatever you want to call it, it's martial arts. It is an art. There's an art form. There's an art to it. And just like every breath is connected to something. Your feet are connected to this earth. There's a lot of breathing and energy movements that go into it. And, it's not about how much pain you could take or inflict. It's about how much energy can you allow to flow in and through you to be able to create something, co-create with this earth, with this cosmos, and allow it to flow through you. It's not about being robotic and strong and just being able to move for the sake of moving. It's beyond that. Like, it's beyond that. It's about energetic and like spiritual frequency and the artistic form. Just like someone on a violin or a piano, you could see, or even a guitar, whatever, any instrument, even your mouth, your body. You're a musical instrument. You're a beat machine. Yeah, your heart, your bone marrow, your blood vessels, your breath, all have a very unique beat, though it's a different volition. Yeah. But in martial arts, you get to dance with this earth, the heartbeat. You know, you have the music going too, and then everything starts flowing in that. Yeah. So if you could move with the rhythms of this earth, the rhythms of water, and that water that's inside of you, that same rhythm, yeah. And it's not about forcing something, but it's about letting it, surrendering to what it already is, and letting it move through you, type of thing, yeah. And to me, I see that in a lot of things, and it's you could respond. You could, I don't know, do a lot of different things. And to me, I think that's important right now, is to be able to respond to a threat in a very healthy way. Not to be a predator or the most inflicting on damage or harm, but to be more connected to the life that's going to be able to sustain us, which is the breath of life, which is our food, which is our earth, which is spirit and energy, yeah? And so it is about being able to turn that into an art of defense, yeah? And like Qigong and, Tai Chi, there's a lot of energy movements. I don't know much about them, but I see it. And you can feel it, that comes from your lower dantian, your core. That's your navel, where your womb would be but you squeeze your belly button, that activates your, anyway, there's a lot to it. Your Christ fluid, your yoga, your spinal, your 32 spinal vertebrae and the fluid, the crown of thorns, all these beautiful things, and it moves. You circulate that, the breath of life, your plasma, you have the bone marrow, your royal hemoglobin pumping through you, and you have your skin. It's a sensing organ, the largest organ of your body, yeah? And so it's like your eyes, your ears, left and right nostril, left and right every hemispheres. It's about balance, but then it's about alignment, and left and right. It's about balance and alignment, and it's about surrendering and flowing. And if you're in it for the aggression, I think it's exhausting. Though it's useful, it's energy, but it could be exhausting and actually detrimental to you and everything around you. But if you're a protective energy, like nature's merciless, she's beautiful, but in defensiveness, she's merciless, right? And they say hell hath no fury like a woman scorned. Say hell hath no fury like the mother and father's love. You know what I mean? And when God wants to protect something, he sends love. She sends love. When Creator wants to protect something, she sends love. And rainbow, the warriors of the rainbow, were here. You know what I mean? And that's like everything united with the fractal rays of light. And that's what you are, a human being. What is hue? It's light. It's a hue of light, right? Human. What is man? It's a being, right? It's a two-legged being. You're a light being. You're a human being. You're made of light. So there's a lot in this, right? And you have your mitochondria has more electricity than a lightning bolt. It's not for you to freaking dominate and turn into Goku and all these things, I don't think. I just think that's your potential, yeah? So Raiden and all these cool things, it's an example. All these things are trying to tell you, these things are inside of you, and you don't have to be, you're born with these things. And you don't need to be abused for them to come out. You could be in peaceful joy and be able to have them come out. You know what I mean? And that's your true nature. And so, and to be able to have that artistic form of it. Like my motivation today was not, oh, I want to go get vengeance on somebody. You know what I mean? I want to come here and help these young ladies be able to defend themselves. You know what I mean? And I want to help them defend themselves. And so to me, is me falling in love with this earth. I'm looking to attract a beautiful woman into my life. So I'm motivated to be able to defend that woman. You know what I mean? And it's like, I want to train these young girls to be able to throw a punch, just like J-Lo in that movie Enough, right? Anyway, so I just want to talk about that. And, I'll tell you I love you very much. And whoever took my water bottle, if you find my water bottle, it may have fell off my backpack while I was humping over here. I would love to have it back. Because, anyway, if not, it's okay. I'll give me another one. You know what I mean? Blessings on blessings. Anyway, I love you very much. Let's get a little something in there today.